Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, each wave representing a promise made. Some are gentle, lapping at your feet, while others crash violently against the shore. Sacred agreements are like these waves, powerful forces that shape our lives, yet often go unnoticed until they pull us under. What if every commitment we make is not just a simple exchange, but a profound connection that echoes through time? Today, we dive deep into the currents of sacred agreements and explore how they define our relationships and our very selves. Consider the Treaty of Westphalia, signed in 1648. This pivotal agreement ended the 30 Years' War in Europe and established principles of state sovereignty and non-interference. It laid the groundwork for modern international relations and sacred agreements between nations. In his book, The Westphalian Model, A Historical Perspective, James W. Davis examines how this treaty shaped modern statehood and international law, emphasizing mutual respect among sovereign entities. The implications were monumental. It was not merely about peace, but about creating a framework where nations could coexist without infringing upon one another's rights. Yet Stephen D. Krasner's Sovereignty, Organized Hypocrisy reveals another layer to these agreements. He discusses how states navigate their sovereignty while engaging in treaties that often contradict their interests. This complexity highlights an unexpected insight. Sacred agreements can be both binding and flexible. They are not static, they evolve as circumstances change, reflecting the dynamic nature of human relationships. While treaties like those from Westphalia are seen as unbreakable commitments, history shows that nations often reinterpret or renegotiate these agreements based on changing circumstances. The concept of sovereignty has evolved significantly since 1648, prompting reflection on whether true autonomy exists when nations must constantly negotiate their boundaries within a global framework. We often view sacred agreements as unbreakable bonds rooted in tradition and loyalty. But what if breaking such an agreement is not a betrayal but a necessary step toward personal evolution? Consider two lifelong friends who made a pact to support each other's dreams wholeheartedly. When one friend decides to pursue a different path, perhaps moving across the country for an opportunity, the initial reaction may feel like betrayal or abandonment. However, this choice ultimately allows both individuals to grow in ways they never anticipated. This scenario illustrates that sometimes breaking an agreement can forge deeper connections and foster mutual respect rather than resentment. It challenges us to reconsider what loyalty truly means in our lives. Does it mean holding on to promises at all costs, or supporting each other's growth, even when it leads down different paths? In the tapestry of our lives, every thread represents a sacred agreement woven into our existence by choices made over time, some conscious, some instinctual. But what happens when we pull at those threads? Do we unravel our connections or weave something stronger? Reflect on this. What threads are you willing to tug on today? Are there commitments you have made that no longer serve your growth? Imagine if every choice you made was influenced by unseen forces shaping your understanding of freedom. The expectations placed upon you by society or even by yourself can feel suffocating at times. How does that resonate with your own experiences? Share your thoughts below. Let us take this exploration further into real-world examples where breaking sacred agreements led to transformative outcomes, not just for individuals, but for communities as well. Take Martin Luther King Jr., whose commitment to nonviolent protest was rooted in deep moral convictions, yet challenged societal norms profoundly during the civil rights movement. His decision to break away from traditional methods of negotiation sparked conversations about justice that reverberate today, a testament to how breaking away from established norms can lead to monumental shifts in collective consciousness. Or consider contemporary movements like Me Too, which emerge from individuals choosing to speak out against long-standing silence surrounding abuse. This was a collective decision that shattered previous understandings of complicity within social structures. It ignited global conversations about consent and accountability. These examples remind us that sometimes it takes courage to break free from old patterns. takes courage to redefine what sacred agreements mean within our lives and societies at large. As we navigate through life's complexities, let us remember every choice carries weight. Every promise holds potential for transformation, not just for ourselves, but also for those around us who may be waiting for someone brave enough to challenge the status quo. This is your moment, a call to reflect deeply on your own commitments and consider where you might need change or renewal in order to grow fully into who you are meant to be. What will you do with this insight? Will you embrace it as part of your journey towards deeper understanding? The universe has entrusted you with this knowledge. Now it is time for action.